All right. 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. That is true. We're just waiting for ready checks. We got one ready check ready to go. We're just waiting on the next one. Yes, sir. You're surprised Tiny isn't here? Tiny is here. He was lurking. He was here earlier. He was like one of the first people that showed up. I think they're ready. I'm just gonna start because I think there's a language barrier and I don't wanna deal with that. I don't wanna waste any more time. Okay, go. Bam. Got it. All right, boys. Thank you again for being patient. We are going on to the next set of games. This is going to be, again, best of 3. And the 2 teams will play each other for at least 2 games. But, yeah, let's get going. All right. This is going to be game number 1. Cricknack being banned out already. Such a strong champion currently. I mean, easily one of the better jungles next to most of the marksmen. Velheim getting picked up. Not a surprise. Velheim has been one of the golden childs of this last patch and has just been having the time of his life. He went from one of the, I wouldn't say one of the worst marksmen, but definitely bottom 2. To one of the best ones as far as being, and he's just in a whole nother position. So he went from being a marksman, carry type of place to now being a top type of hero, which is great. Which side is which? Outlaws is, let me check. That is a great question. That is a great question. I believe that Outlaws is on the right side, but let me double check. I have the memo right here. So, yes, Outlaws is on the right side. All right. There we go. Yep. Okay, cool. So, sorry about that. Outlaws is blue? I know nothing. I know nothing. Okay, just kidding. All right, so we got Arum being banned out, obvious pick. We got Groot being banned. Xennial being banned. So we saw the Xennial do very well last match. So already going straight in for Arduin. So not a bad pickup at all. But man, was that really responsive. Teamy getting shown. Teamy is, I would say, is a great support all around, but has been very kind of looked over recently. I mean, since the popularity of Chugnar being such a strong counter to a lot of champions, since Velheim being such a big pick, is interesting. So Chugnar is open, and this blue team can pick it up. All right, so waiting for those to get picked up. Irie, such a strong champion currently. I would say top 3 top champions. And it looks like Arduin getting shown. So the red team did want that, but then switched to the Irie, and now the blue team is picking it up. So that's kind of what I was saying about the psychological games that you can play early on in these pick phases, showing a hero that maybe is going to get picked for the team later, and instead gets picking a higher ranked tier rank hero, and now it is off the table. So Lumber being shown as the support. I really would have liked to see a Chugnar. Specific reason behind that is because the Irie and Teamy both have stuns, and Irie has 2 stuns. And, I mean, I guess Teamy has 2 stuns as well. So, right off the gate, you're stopping them from using those stuns if you have the Chugnar. So, maybe a misplay on this blue side, but we'll see how this goes. Jannar one of the strongest mids in the game, and Omen getting picked up. So the synergy behind this this team isn't. I do like the Liliana a lot better for that team. Teamy, great all around. Going to be able to do such a great job being able to rush in there. I'm gonna have to. I'm really curious about Blue's comeback to what this team has. Crixie, great pickup. Lumber and Arduin and Malik being able to be very frontline kind of champions. She's gonna be able to sit in the back. A Tulin, I don't know if I like a Tulin as much. I think I like the Crixie a little bit more just because she has that big AoE damage that you have to deal with. And they don't really, currently, other than the Irie, have much to deal with. But the Irie's really going to have to focus on more of the, from what it looks like, possibly the Finnick at this point. So, Finnick getting picked up, that is big. That is a jungle you don't see very often in kind of ranked, or not ranked plays, but kind of pro plays like this. And Finnick is more of like a solo queue kind of character. He can do very well if there's not an organized team. But once you have an organized team, easily able to get a hold of and be dealt with. With that being said, if they have the abilities to get to the Finnick to deal with him, and a Nekroth might be able to do that. And sure enough, so Irie and Nekroth will be all over this this Finnick, but will Arduin, Lumber, and Malik be able to stop them from getting there? That's gonna be the choice there. All right, so about 38 seconds, we see no swaps. I was really surprised by that. I really figured that some of them would swap, but all right. Looks like Full Metal will be on that Liliana. Some of these heroes, or some of these names, I want to say I recognize from queuing, but I can't place what their main their main role is. The Nekroth being picked, he is a very exciting champion to watch. I really do like to see him picked up and see him execute well. With that being said, he is very difficult to play. A good Nekroth can really determine the game, but as well as just an average one is much lower and can really hinder your team. All right. So we are getting into the game. I do like the two heals on this blue side, as well as with the execute. On this red side, running heavy on the execute, Teamy with the flicker. I would have probably liked to see maybe a heal instead, him being more of in that support role, but looks like he's going to be a little bit more aggressive, which plays to the executes on the team. Nekroth obviously with the punish, and then Liliana with the flicker. So all around pretty good. The one important note to check out is Irie does have a bronze badge, so may be new to this champion enough to where we may see some misplays.
Welcome to Arena.
All right, and here we go. All right, I would expect not to see an invade. If so, I think the red team would come out ahead, just due to the fact with the stuns that they have. But like I said, I don't see that that's going to be happening. They're doing a great job just defending. And Tulin is already in mid and does have a Teamy near him, which I don't know if he is aware of. Teamy doing a pretty good job looking to see if where Finnick actually started. Does find out that it is over by the blue, and he is on his way. Nekroth did skip the entire jungle just to make sure that he gets both buffs, which is a good play on his own. Tulin did go down to half life from the Liliana and the Teamy getting initiated on, but the Lumber right near him. And look at this, Lumber's way out of position. He is going to get stunned by the Teamy. Liliana in hot pursuit, but it is probably going to be backed at this point. Actually, Irie coming in as well. Irie could throw out the stun, but I don't think that she's level 2 yet. Oh, she is level 2, and that is Lumber getting taken out. And the execute really sealed the deal there. All right, so that was a great play for this red team on the overextension by the Lumber. I'm really not sure what he was kind of going for there, if he was checking for the blue buff or what. But could have easily looked at Necroth and figured that out. All right, Tulin getting initiated on. He is going to go down here if he's not careful. If Irie would have had that execute again, I think they would have dove and finished him off. But he is going to take a trip back to base. Finnick is now going to have to cover mid. Top is missing, so Top actually had to back up there through that whole process. Oh, actually, Omen did die there. I'm sorry that I missed that. Arduin ended up killing him, and it looks like it's due to the execute that was the deciding factor. Omen did not actually get the execute, and Omen actually is going for Mantle of Ra if we take a look at it, which is a very interesting build. And look at this, it is a 2-on-3 over by the dragon. Lumber and Irie are coming in, and sure enough, there they go. Gets picked up. Lumber running for his life, but Malik in the middle of everything, still going hard. Tulin now jumping in, which might be a misplay, but he's doing so well picking these up. He's actually cleaning up these kills. It went from... That was so many heroes that just died. 4 heroes for this red team ended up... Oh, I'm sorry. 3 heroes for this red team ended up getting picked off there. Wow. I hate you guys so much with the shirt ups. I hate you. All right. So, just as I thought action was going to die down, Tulin coming in, dropping the skill. Lumber actually picking that up from just the damage from his ult. So a lot of kills have been out in this match, and it is just a 0.1k difference in gold, and it is in the blue team's favor. This red team does want to reset the dragon, possibly to keep it out of the blue team's hands, since Necroth is all the way up top. Alright, Tulin going in, trying to get some damage onto that Liliana, but it's just not enough. Arduin up on top, dealing with this Omen quite nicely. It looks like they both have gone 1-to-1, and oh, look at this. Finally, the Necroth was able to come up top, and they were able to finish that off. Omen did use his execute just a little premature there, but they were still able to get that fight, or to get that. I do like that Finnick is pushing these objectives as quickly as he can, and ooh, Liliana could have almost stolen that, but she's gonna get out. And Teamy pops his ult, but is gonna go down here if he's not careful. There he goes. All right, so that was a success for this blue team. They were able to pick up that dragon. That will be the first dragon of the game in the blue team's favor, and able to get a kill. It was the Teamy. I would have liked to see possibly a better hero, but the Irie was able to get out of that situation. All right, so switching up, they do find Arduin in the river, and man, is he going to get initiated on, and he has no chance of getting out of this. That was 3 heroes just beating on him, just ran at the wrong place at the wrong time, did not realize that the red team was rotating up to top, just right at the right time. All right, the red team is slowing down their pace. A little bit of fight going on down on bottom, but Irie is easily going to be able to get out of that. Tulin gets initiated by the Teamy, and he may be able to outrun that, and I think he is going to. Oof. So Tulin is having just a heck of a time in mid, and they really want to put a stop to him. He is 4-0 currently, and they must know that he is a menace to deal with. Lumber doing a great job throwing out the ult, initiating onto Teamy and Omen. Both Teamy's ult does get off, and both of them are back up, and Liliana's skill comes out and does pick up both of them. Tulin trying his best to try to jump in to the Necroth, and that was a 1-for-2 exchange there. So great exchange as far as the red team's favor, and red team is now taking the gold lead. All right. Finnick, there hasn't been much of Finnick. He is 1-1-1. He has 3K gold. He's looking great as on paper, but he really needs to get these objectives. He really needs to be pushing these towers. While Malik is initiated on by the 4, and this is a great opportunity. Red team, great thing. You're going to be able to pick up this dragon just because you got that kill. But Omen may have been in trouble there, but they really split their defenses to go and try to help Omen, which I don't know if they really needed to. Teamy did a great stun there, was able to pick up the Tulin. Tulin is going to get taken down due to the ult on Omen. All right, so the red team did pick up the dragon, so it is a dragon for each side. Finnick doing his thing, was able to realize that there was no way that he was going to get to the dragon, did push the top tower, and did a great job, was able to pick up the objective. Malik doing his big boy swing, was able to get that true damage out, and he's going to be able to get it one more time, and oh, there it was. Can he get it one more? He's trying to jump in, but he misclicks and actually jumps in onto the same tower. We would have been so close. Tulin coming in to clean up the Necroth, and this should be an Omen kill for sure. So Irie down on bottom this whole time was able to kill the tower. Finnick trying to do his best and really needs to be careful at this point. She could turn around on him so quickly, especially if she has her ult, which she does not, and is about to have execute, and is looking to do just that, does it, and does it so well. Pops execute just a little too soon, and is taken out. But this red team is rotating down. Teamy is going to initiate onto Lumber. Lumber getting stunned out. Teamy should have possibly waited for the Finnick. Liliana jumping away from the Finnick at this, and Teamy is now going to have to back up. Tulin was in rotation too, so if they would have dove any further, that would have been it. All right. The mid is now definitely going to be the focal point of most of these fights. This tower in mid is pretty huge. If this goes down for this blue team, it's going to be more of a balanced game, but right now it is definitely in red's favor due to how much they can use this. Does it really need to open up these lanes and get that tower down? So blue Finnick really needs to get on that. Necroth initiating onto Tulin. Tulin doesn't get ulted by Omen, but actually ults Finnick in the process. Arduin now trying to initiate onto Liliana, but that was awesome. Necroth and Omen both getting taken out. Very overextended without their team to support them. And Teamy was not able to get the ult off because he wasn't there. All right, initiation on Arduin. Arduin now very close to being dead. Did pop that skill, which could be the end to him, and sure just wasn't able to outrun the Orb of Death, which was impending on his doom. And right now, this is the moment that they need to take and get an objective. A Dark Slayer, a Abyssal Dragon. One of those they need to take while this Irie is down. Or I'm sorry, while this, while the Irie is down. I know Arduin is down as well, but man, they really have something going for them. And it looks like they may be doing just that. But look at blue team not realizing that Finnick wants to do this. This is just communication at this point. And as soon as they see Finnick down on bottom, I can just imagine that they're going to rotate down there. Finnick is looking to throw his ult, but he is going to get a little too confident and get knocked up. And Irie is now in hot pursuit and should be able to get there and finish him off. and Malik coming in trying to save, but just wasn't to get there quick enough. The ult coming out from Teamy. They do finish off Irie. Irie is now back up and running, ready to go. Tulin getting taken out, and now Irie is going to pick up the Arduin. And now Malik coming in, able to finish off the Teamy, but just not the person that you really want to kill off at this time. Does try to reach for that Irie, does not get it, and Malik and the rest of the team is taken out, and that is an ace right there. So that's exactly what I was saying about Nekroth and Irie and this Finnick. They have Finnick in their sights this entire game, and that's exactly what happened, is that he had to flicker and use his roll to get away from Nekroth, and then once that happened, Irie just came in and cleaned up. And that's going to continue to happen this entire game unless they really get some... Arduin tries to pull away from him. All right, and this red team doing exactly what they need to, going for the dragon, picking up the damage buff, and also the life, the revive, I guess, if you want to call it that, the dark buff. And Nekroth does pick it up. No surprise there. Dark Blessing picking up by Nekroth, and we will see that very soon. He's such a squishy hero, easy to take out. Now with Teamy as well. We got initiation right here. Arduin doing a great job. Was able to stun quite a few of the heroes, but Lumber is going to go down. And look at that. There's still 4 heroes up. And again, Finnick just not able to do exactly what he wants to. He's not able to stay alive. And, oh, Liliana's Orb of Death crushes them. That is all 5 for just an Irie. So Irie was taken out over here by Malik and the Finnick, but the rest of the team, and that should be the game. And that is the game. So good congrats to the red team, and we will be starting game 2 shortly. All right. And if we look at the damage and everything like that, it looks like Liliana crushing it on the damage. Right next to Tulin. Tulin did great job early on, but really got shut down towards the late game. And like I was saying, Finnick was doing really well, but just doesn't have what it takes to survive with this team comp. They really thought the Lumber was going to be able to save this Finnick, but when they have these, they're not just running at them. If that was the case, Lumber would be able to do that. But since they're actually jumping towards them, not running so that slow doesn't really affect them, they're able to get to them pretty quickly and finish them off. All right, so we're going to go ahead and set up the next game. Thank you guys for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed that one. If that is game number 1 down, we will have the next game here just a moment. Let's see if we saw any quotes. We know you love it. I know, I keep saying that. I don't know why. It's like my go-to when I explain things. I'm trying to explain it without it, and it's like breaking my brain, but supposed to keep clean chat clean. Yeah, if you can, Gio, that'd be great. I'm hosting Killa King. Thank you so much for that host, buddy. Really do appreciate it. Any support is more than welcome. I appreciate it full-heartedly. But yes, good game for sure. So that was the red team winning. So now if the blue team wins this next round, that will be the end of the series. So this red team really needs to get it together and be to push this into game 3. And they are in the match. Looks like they are ready to go. I'm just waiting for a last ready check, and then we'll get this going. We are going to go ahead and do that giveaway. Let me find my program, and bam! A hobby. Buddy, congrats. 1,000 vouchers is yours. Enjoy. We're going to go ahead and open it up, and we will have one more giveaway. So if you did not type giveaway, go ahead and do it now. Exclamation point giveaway is how you enter. And a hobby. Make sure to send me a message. Actually, I'm going to send you a message right now. Oh, they are ready. I'm sending it. Done. All right. So I messaged them. Perfect. So we should have one more. Make sure that you stay, hang out, check it out, and be ready for that next giveaway. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into the next game. So this is game 2. If blue team wins this, they will be taking this series. Red team really needs to pick this up and execute on this game very well. So they actually banned out Teamy. Interesting ban. I don't know if Teamy was the make or break of that game, but there. Definitely throwing a hero off of a hero that they're so used to, the norm or something along those lines, isn't a bad call either. All because it's not a ban worthy, quote unquote ban worthy hero. Still, throwing someone off of a hero that they really truly love and like can open doors to be able to exploit them in heroes that they're not so good at. So Aram getting banned, Crickneck being banned for this red side. No surprise there. Raz is 100% bannable. He is such a strong hero. We saw that just a minute ago. And in, what was that, 2 games ago? With Knights of the Zodiac. And we saw him hitting every single skill. So it looks like they're not sure who to ban, and they end up landing on Marja. So red team is now going to be up. I would expect to see... I would even say a Liliana. Quite honestly, she did the best, making them switch into a different role when that was the best hero on the team. Not a bad thing. A Violet would be a good ban. There's so many that are out there still. Chugnar, absolutely. And let's see who they end up going with here. Malik. Definitely, I wouldn't say that he's not ban worthy, but he's just on the cusp. You know what I mean? I would say a Valheim would have been a much better ban, but this blue team picking him up almost immediately. So whoever is going to be top against this Valheim knows what they're picking into, which is good. Because if you get blindsided by a Valheim pick, it could be potentially really bad for you. So Irie getting shown. Irie is good after level 4 at Valheim. If Valheim doesn't get the kills that he needs. Irie can definitely execute on that very well. Does lock that one in, and we're just waiting on the next red player. Also, so Irie, you kind of want to build your team around what Irie has at this point. Ooh, we got Grok. We got the Grok coming out. I'm so excited. If you guys don't know, one of the favorite champions of mine. I can't wait to see this Grok in action. All right, so Chugnar being picked. So Chugnar is a direct counter to Grok, and that is what is being shown. And sure enough, that is what's being picked. So in order to overcome this, Grok is gonna have to play play the best game of his life right here. Chugnar being locked in. So Chugnar ult will stop the hook and also stop Grok's ult, which is massive. Looks like this blue team is going for more of a tanky type of heroes, so which is a great thing. Support this Valheim, do the best that you can, and Kresh being picked up is pretty solid. Arduin getting picked up, another solid champion, and this red team going with the Natalia. So it looks like they're going very stun heavy, but the problem is they have a Chugnar. They have the direct counter to what you're going for. This team, for this red team, last game would have done amazing, but this game, I don't know how I feel about it. So blue team already having the tanky heroes, now really need to fill in the rest of it. They're going with the mid and also the jungle. So Nekroth being picked. We're going to see him again in this. And Raz getting picked up. So already this blue team looks like an all-star team. Looks very good. The Nekroth is the only person I'd maybe switch out. I don't know who I would switch it out for. Maybe a Zephys, someone with a stun. Someone to possibly maybe save Velheim if he gets in trouble. But this jungle pick for this red team, I think that a Zephys would be decent. I think Kriknak, but he was banned. I really don't know what they go with at this point. Looks like they're definitely going the stun route, so you might as well pick someone with a stun. Chugnar can only do so much against those stuns. Or do you go more of a Violet at this point? And picking up Butterfly. What is my life right now? That is a curveball I did not see. And sure enough, locking it in, we got a Butterfly on our hands. Wow. All right. I like what I see, and I can't wait to see that these two teams go after it. Already, I gotta say that this blue team looks great as far as a team. They have the complete counter to the first 4 heroes on this red side because they have the Chugnar. Not getting stunned by Grok, or not getting stunned by Irie, not getting stunned by Arduin, not getting stunned by Natalia is huge. So late game, this blue team is gonna just when it comes to those big team fights, we will see this blue team. If it's not going in their favor, that's when the pedal's gonna be floored at that point. The Butterfly is the odd pick. I would have to say she normally doesn't do very well in these tournament style games because she's so easy to deal with. But I do like that she was picked near the end. So the blue team didn't get a chance to really figure out, hey, you know, they have a Butterfly, let's use this hero, aka someone that can really disrupt, stop, for instance, Alice, for instance, really kind of slows her down. Kresh disrupt. Kresh did end up going with heal, which isn't bad. He looks like he's going to go more of the support role. Chugnar is probably going to be up top. I would assume that Kresh is going to be with the Velheim.
Welcome to Arena.
All right, and let's get into it. This is game number 2. Blue team, if they win this, take it all.
Prepare to engage.
All right, and let's get this underway. So right now, I would expect neither of these teams to really engage into the fight. Grok will more than likely hook the jungle buff. That's a very common strat. He's taken a while to hook it. It looks like he's trying to see if it does get actually attacked. Finally does hook it. I think he did hit it, or it was just short. I'm not sure if it's messed up on the actual spectator, but it did look like he hit it. He wasn't standing in the exact right spot. He needs to be standing over here. He was kind of over on this side, so maybe he was just short. All right, and Nekroth is very close, and look at this. I don't know what's going on with this. And oh, a great hook by this Grok, and that's going to be first blood. Wow, the minion moved over just enough for this Grok to be able to initiate and land that hook. And look at this. They now are getting initiated on. Arduin in a bit of trouble, and now it's a Grok again did a great hook onto the Chugnar, but there's just nothing to initiate onto him. Now Natalia's looking very low. She is possibly going to go down here. The kill, and that is a 1-for-1, and the Chugnar almost gets hooked by the Grok. This Grok is playing out of his mind, and that's exactly what we wanted. Action's slowing down a little bit. Let's take a look at some of the other lanes while everyone is respawning. Irie is going to be up top versus this Crest. And looks like Arduin is going to be against this Velheim. Velheim is going to be struggling, I think, through the beginning of the game. Most of the game, I would say, due to the Grok and this, until it gets to those team fights to where he's going to have more of a support. It looks like their big initiation onto this Natalia. Look at that. 3 heroes. Excellent game. Up on top, looks like Irie is trying to get as many of these minions as possible. It's getting down under half-life. Now initiation down on bottom. Getting stunned by both of them. And look at this Grok. Grok almost being taken down. Valheim actually gets initiated, or gets hooked into the tower and is taken out immediately. So this tower's early game so strong. And look at this. Necroth doing such a great job knocking up this team. So, we'll just call him 11. 11 over here on this Necroth is playing such a great job. You can definitely tell that he is has a lot of games played on this hero. Dragon being spawned during that fight, and still it doesn't look like a team really. Both teams really want it, but none of them want to take that initial hit that is going to trigger the events. So they both kind of back away. Irie and Crest up on top in a little bit of a skirmish, but Irie is able to get out of that situation. All right. So as far as Butterfly, we did see her at the very beginning when they were trying to push into the jungle. But ever since then, she's been kind of in lane and just farming. Irie, and sure enough, here we go. The Irie jumping in, and that is going to be her being taken out. Tried to run straight to Butterfly, but couldn't get there in time since the Necroth did such a great job rotating over. Necroth now going on to Natalia. Natalia's throwing out the ult. The ult doing not much damage, and Butterfly is taken out. All right. What an even game so far. The red team does lose the top tower. But let's take a look at this bottom, and Grok going in for the plays, does land the hook, he hasn't landed his ult. Such hesitation on that ult, and I don't know why. He had it dead to rights, and it gave Velheim enough time to attack, get the movement speed, and run out before Grok actually throws out his ult. So I don't know if it was on cooldown or what, but not good for them. They really needed that kill. They would have been able to possibly get that tower off of that. Grok running straight towards mid. It looks like Butterfly is trying to do her best to get this buff, and she was not able to pick that up. It looks like they're so close to being dead, and Butterfly is going to be able to finish both of them off, and that's what Butterfly is meant to do. Once they are at about 25% life, you will see her jumping in each and every way to try to get that. A great hook by Grok. Again, doesn't ult right away. Such hesitation. I don't understand what is going on. He has these kills, but instead he's trying to throw out an ability in between them, and it's just not enough. Red team does pick up that the dragon, which is great for them. Grok really missing that hook, and Crest doing a great job pushing up on top right now. So things are looking up for them for sure. Oh, it looks like Grok is in some trouble. He really should ult just to throw off the team and let Arduin get out of there, but sure enough, he is going to get taken out as well. So red team really needs to be careful. They started off so good, and is this Irie going to get turned around here? Crest looked like he was about to die, was able to get that ult off, and that is it. That is it. I cannot believe Irie did not kill Crash before that ult dropped out. Irie 2-2, or I'm sorry, 0-2-2 right now on this top against this Crash. This Crash is 1-0-1. Looking good as far as Crash is considered. Grok is really struggling with his ult. I'm not sure what is going on with that, but again, did not ult correctly. We see him landing the hooks, which is good. We see him landing the hooks, and that's half the battle, but the ult is your bread and butter as far as being able to really lock down an entire enemy heroes. Look at this gank. Such a great job if they can figure out where this enemy hero is, and it looks like they are probably going for this Irie, but they're not going to be able to make it up there in time. All right, there are 4 heroes here. Nekroth getting ulted, and Grok does get the crashed, but that is just not enough. Irie jumps in, throws out, and oh, Natalia so far away, misses the entire ult. Crash throwing out the ult as well, trying to get someone with a stun, wasn't able to do it. And Butterfly trying to clean up this Velheim does a great job. But Butterfly is by herself and with no team, but easily walks out of there. So it is still anyone's game. Look at the gold difference. It is 2K just because of these towers. And this red team needs to start pushing. Especially with this Grok. I think that they can. But they really are struggling to group up. They're doing great reactions. So as soon as the hero does get into a fight, they do react very well. All right, the dragon is being initiated on, but this is just to reset it, I think, just to get the ball rolling. Down on bottom, Velheim could get initiated here if he's not careful. Grok so close, and this is when you want to ult. He's so close, and he needs to go into that bush, turn around, and ult, and that's exactly what he does. Velheim doing a great job on that Butterfly. Butterfly just got way too close, way too soon, and the entire red team just gets shredded there. The blue team had all 5 heroes there. There was only 3 of the red heroes there. Natalia was so far away, couldn't help. Blue team does pick up the dragon. I could see a bottom tower being taken off here. You can see Crest is trying desperately to get back up on top to stop that Irie from getting any money and putting them back into this game. Nekroth initiating onto Natalia. Natalia trying to throw out her ult, but Velheim did a great job throwing out as much damage as he could and finishing her off. And also running away. Irie so weak right now against, especially against a Crash. She's just in the wrong place. They really needed to switch her out to be fighting the Velheim and put Arduin up on top against that Crash. I think that would have made all the difference in the world in this game, but Irie just cannot excel up here against such a tanky hero. She just really cannot yet. Crash doing a great job finding this Irie. Irie, big trouble at this point. And oh, the ult came out, but it didn't matter. Raz was able to pick off Irie, but Raz getting picked off by this Butterfly. But look at this Crash already still full life with that shield on, and he's going to pick up this Grok. Butterfly trying her best to slow the enemy down, but it is just not enough. Now it looks like, sure. Oh my God, what a turnaround! Such a turnaround. She was able to turn around with the ult and was able to kill both heroes. So that is the damage that Natalia that we've been waiting for, and looks like Velheim is going to sacrifice his life in order to kill that, but completely worth it. Velheim did a great job, did get a kill and a tower. You can't ask for much more than that. And Butterfly getting chased by the Nekroth and is now switching positions, which is a great job, trying to keep Nekroth at bay as best as possible, but not enough. He is going to get away unless Grok throws a hook at some point, but just wasn't able to capitalize at that point. So I don't know if he threw his hook early or not, or if he was just waiting for him to jump, but Really should have thrown it as quickly as possible. Roz actually does get hit there by the Grok, but Grok finally ulting somebody, but it is the Chugnar, and it is not going to matter. The blue team is all there with the gold difference. Oh, Irie coming in with a great ult. Hits 4 of the heroes. Natalia really needs her ult at this point, but just doesn't have it. Or she actually does have it. She needed to throw it. I don't know why she held on to it there. She should have thrown her ult, been able to get all of the heroes at that point, but does shred Velheim regardless. While this is going on, the Enraged Dragon is being taken out by the Nekroth and is picked up. So Nekroth is now going to be needed. To be really dealt with. And they just don't have the abilities. Grok is supposed to be the person that is going to save this team from this, but since they have a Crest and with that ult, I'm not Crest, I'm sorry, the Chugnar, it's just not going to happen. All right. Looks like this entire red team is about to get flanked, and they are now realizing that they need to kill Natalia first. Natalia can throw out her ult here soon, but just waiting for the right moment. Butterfly is getting picked off at this point. Natalia's ult does come out, doesn't kill anybody. Crest ult did come out a little premature, but was able to back off and get the Irie. All right. So this game is really feeling one-sided as far as the blue. We see some misplays from blue players of them dying, but I don't know if this red team can really come back at this point. I'm trying to figure out a way that they can, but with the objectives, look at that. 6 towers, 2 dragons, now 1 Darkslayer for this blue team. It is very quickly running away from them. This is the Darkslayer that's going to go down, and this will be Velheim picking that up. And look immediately that he is back into the top lane farm. Oh, and was picked up by the Grok. Grok ulting immediately. That's what we've been waiting about. That's what we've been waiting for this entire game, is for Grok to do something along those lines. Grok does then follow up with landing a hook on a minion, and they need to be careful. Nekroth jumping in. And Roz coming in as well. Looks like they're trying to focus on that Irie. Grok picking up another kill on the Roz. Now, the ult coming in, shredding everybody with Natalia, but it's just not enough. The damage and the health from this blue team is just too massive. Butterfly down on bottom and is keeping this blue team busy. This is great. This is exactly what they want. Arduin is definitely doing exactly what he needs to do, keeping Nekroth busy, and is possibly going to kill them, but it doesn't. And look at this Butterfly. Now it's Butterfly versus this Velheim. Great play by this Butterfly. I mean, she kind of risked it all, and it paid off, but man, that was risky. And then follows up with gonna get picked off here. Maybe got a little too greedy from that whole push there, trying to outrun this. And if it gets slowed, it is gonna be the end for her. But looks like is outrunning this while this is going on. Nekroth is picking up the Irie and will pick up this Butterfly without a doubt. And there it is, finally able to get on top of her, and she is taken out. Nekroth actually taken out in the process. And they are trying their best to keep this blue team at bay. So red team is making a comeback. It is only 3K gold difference. They have 4 towers, 1 dragon. That push by Butterfly really put them back in this game. It really evened up a lot of the, lanes. The red team just needs to push down this middle, and they'll be looking really good to make a comeback. But they're still low in. Oh, what a great hook by that Grok, and that is what I'm talking about. Chugnar really. I really was hoping to see more of what Chugnar's meant to do, which is throw them ults when you see those hooks in mid-air to stop plays like that happening. but it's just not happening. Chugnar isn't in the right positions to throw those ults, and if he is, I haven't seen it yet. So all 5 heroes up on the top side of the map, looking for anyone that's in the jungle at this point. Nekroth, and it looks like they're rotating onto bottom, so we could actually see a really big push on this bottom if this red team does not answer to this Velheim. Look at this, a huge play that's about to start, and ooh, Nekroth is looking for it, and oh, a great hook there. Chugnar does not bust his ult, and I don't know why, but he really doesn't need to. Nekroth coming in, and Arduin trying to run away, and Grok throwing off a hook, doesn't flicker in, I'm not sure why. Natalia's ult comes out, but that is too much, too little, too late, and she is taken out, and Grok is the only survivor left, and he is taken out as well. So that is a 0 for 5 exchange, and that is going to be them taking this game, and that is game number 2. I don't think Irie is going to be able to survive this, but oh, she actually does a pretty good job, but it's just not enough. She tried her best, but it was too much of a gold difference at that point. All right. Good games, boys. So blue team will take that series, and that will be the end for the PVL today. If we take a look, we will be doing the giveaway winner here in just a moment. But wow, great game all around.